Hey, folks, the mayor is giving his weekly press briefing. Let's listen in. He just started.
Family members. Some other updates in terms of the storm recovery. All roadways and sidewalks that have been de-energized by LG&E have been cleared by our hardworking Louisville Metro government public works crew since yesterday. As of yesterday, the Red Cross had only received 12 calls for assistance across the entire metro area, and most of that was help needed for medical equipment or supplies. No calls were received for sheltering. If anyone does think they need assistance from the Red Cross, please reach out to the Red Cross at 502-589-5400. I want to give a giant thanks to all the folks on our Public Works team, to everyone on our Parks team for all the work they've been doing with respect to cleanup following Sunday's storms. We've had 102 locations of reported trees down. So far, we've been able to clear approximately 20 of those locations, and they continue to come in. We will continue to get it right out to them. 26 locations we had were reported where there were wires in trees. 50% have been cleared and are waiting on LG&E to clear the remainder. Again, an important reminder is if you see trees in wires or wires down, stay far away. LG&E and their crews are the ones that are needed to de-energize the lines so they don't have electricity running through them, so the tree crews can get to them, and then they can restore the lines to where their position was. Our public works crews comes through after the fact to clean up that work, and they're closely coordinating with LG&E. But please stay away from down power lines. That is also our crews, whether it's fire or police or public works. Our goal is to keep people away from them. That is LG&E and their crews' responsibility to work on downed lines. We have contractors that are working on 20 locations that are larger than our public works crews can handle right now. And 7 crews are going around the city. I just saw one of those crews on my drive here to Iroquois Park. 7 crews are driving around the city and picking up debris from the side of the road, and we will continue doing that as long as it's necessary when we've got all the storm debris picked up. And finally, we're going to announce, hopefully by the end of the day today, some debris drop-off locations. We hope to have those open from the hours of 2 to 7 starting tomorrow through Friday and 9 to 7 on Saturday. We're waiting on a few final things just before we announce those. But again, we hope to have an announcement. We'll make that announcement online and we'll get that out to the media before the end of the day for debris drop-off locations for anyone that has yard debris that they can get rid of. So that's some of the update on the hard work that folks at LG&E and our Public Works and Parks Department and others at Louisville Metro Government have been doing since this damaging line of storms came through the area on Sunday. And again, thanks to everyone who worked through Memorial Weekend day and night to continue with the recovery. And I know that recovery will continue over the coming days. Well, several of our parks were also hit. I was in Cherokee Parks yesterday where there are a lot of downed trees. Met Dustin and others from our Parks Department who were working hard to clear the parks so that folks like those playing on our pickleball court here at Iroquois Park could get back to enjoying these parks that they love. And we're here today to celebrate an amazing new addition to our wonderful Iroquois Park and our wonderful Louisville Park system. Iroquois Parks is one of the original big 3 of the Olmsted designs that started in our city back in the 1890s. It's one of our premier parks that we have in our entire city. People can hike to the top of the park and the overlook using the walking path, or drive up when the gates are open once a month. It's got one of the best views of the entire city from the overlook at Iroquois Park, if you have not been there yourself. Right across the street, we have Colonial Gardens and some great restaurants where people can grab a bite to eat before or after they enjoy the parks with their family, or before or after they come to see a show at the Iroquois Amphitheater. Iroquois Park and all of our parks are so important to everything that we do as a city. They are so important to making our city safer, stronger, and healthier for our families. They contribute to the overall quality of life, to our physical and mental health and well-being. and they play such an important role in our city's sustainability, public safety, economy, and more. It's one of the reasons why our administration, in partnership with Metro Council, continues to invest in our parks. We were excited last week to announce our new executive director of Louisville Parks and Recreation, Michelle King, and her job is going to be to continue to work with our strong team at Parks right now to manage these incredible resources and continue to invest these public dollars in quality assets so everyone across our city can enjoy our parks and will continue to make them better than ever. And we're here today to celebrate another significant investment in our park system. And that's the brand new sports courts that have been implemented right here at Iroquois Park. You can see behind us, people are already enjoying some of the 4 pickleball courts that are brand new, 2 tennis courts, and a futsal court as well. The basketball courts were also repaved and now have new goals as well. This project happened the way many of our projects across our city happen in the parks and other areas, where we listen to people who use and depend on these public spaces, learn from them about what they want in their parks, and then work to make it happen. We have public meetings and online surveys to continue with public input. And there was strong support for keeping tennis here in the park. And also, a lot of people wanted to ask for us to add pickleball as well. Pickleball is our city's fastest growing sport right now. And there was also a large part of the community that wanted a place to play futsal. And so they now have it. The people spoke, our team listened, and now we have wonderful new assets here in Iroquois Park. In large part, thanks to some federal dollars that we had from the American Rescue Plan that helped making them happen, along with partnerships with our Olmsted Parks Conservancy, and also partnerships with our friends and colleagues on Metro Council. I want to give a special thanks to Councilwoman Betsy Rui of District 21, who's here with us today, and Councilwoman Jennifer Chappell of District 15 for helping with the public input process and supporting these announcements along the way. So without further ado, let me introduce Councilwoman Betsy Rui of District 21, who has been an amazing supporter of this project and so many other projects throughout our park system. Councilwoman Rui?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm so excited to see the new basketball court and the futsal court and the pickleball court, and to see these sites being used. For so many years, they were unused because of the condition of the courts. And now, if you sit here and listen, you can hear the thwack, thwack, thwack of the paddles over there, and the courts are now being used. It's really so exciting. I'm in this park every day, and it's been a thrill to me to see the improvements coming in here. And when I saw that the basketball court got redone along with it, which was a gift, we weren't expecting that one. It's just been so wonderful to see all the progress. I would also like to add that we now have a farmer's market that just opened up this past weekend. It's going to be on Saturdays at the parking lot right below the basketball court from 8 to noon. And we had an amazing turnout on the first day. And we look to see even more with more vendors and more shoppers every weekend throughout this summer. So I'm just excited to be out here on this beautiful day to talk about good things happening in our parks. So thank you for being here today. And I want to encourage everybody to come out and use our parks and enjoy their time in nature. It does so much to help us in our souls. Thank you.
Thanks, Councilwoman. Thank you so much, Councilwoman Rui, for all of your support. And also thanks to the hardworking men and women of our Louisville Parks and Recreation team. Several of them are here with us today, and they represent hundreds of others of colleagues that work hard every day of the year to keep our parks as gorgeous as they are and to help make investments like these new pickleball and futsal and tennis courts a reality. I want to thank our director, Jason Canuel, Assistant Director Paul Adams, Jason Hiddenock, who now works for Olmsted Parks Conservancy but was critical in making this happen during his time with Louisville Metro government. Tennis Technologies also did a wonderful job of helping to make this happen. So now I'd like to introduce Jason Canuel, representing all of his colleagues with Louisville Parks and Recreation, to talk a little bit more about these amazing parks and how they came to be. Jason?
All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. This project is one of our deferred maintenance projects. It's been on the list for, 5 years or so, and we've never really had the opportunity to put together enough funding to actually implement the project. Fast forward or rewind a couple years, the ARP funding came out, and we had the opportunity to do what you see behind us. There's a lot of people to thank. There's a saying I like to say is, teamwork makes the dream work. This project is a combination of support from the Louisville Accelerator team and Ken Hildebrand and his staff with Crystal and Jeff, the Olmsted Parks Conservancy with Layla George and Jason Hindenock, and obviously the park staff, Paul Adams, myself, Jared, so many others were involved with this project. So again, this is a monumental moment for us to replace these courts in Iroquois Park. Like I said, it's been on our list for years to actually redo. And what you see is something we can really be proud of. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Thank you so much, Jason, and thanks to everyone who helped make this a reality. We're going to do a ribbon cutting, but we're going to wait till the conclusion of the press conference so that we can invite some of the folks that are enjoying the pickleball courts today to also join us for that ribbon cutting. So thank you all so much, and thanks to everyone with Parks to help make this happen. Next topic. Thank you, guys. We're going to switch topics here. Thanks. We are also very excited today to announce our plans for the 4th annual Juneteenth Jubilee celebration. This year's theme is Our Story, America's Glory. That theme was chosen by our Juneteenth Jubilee Celebration Commission and serves as a call to action for all of us to learn and reflect on the pivotal moment in our nation's history. Beginning on Saturday, June 8th through Wednesday, June 19th, we want everyone across the city to participate in as many of our official city Juneteenth events as they possibly can. Louisville is proud to recognize Juneteenth, a day when our country comes together to commemorate the end of slavery. This is a time when we recognize our past, learn from it, and recommit to doing the urgent work needed to make our city, our Commonwealth, and our country a more inclusive place, a more just place for everyone. We must continue to encourage a diversity of voices and perspectives that continue to tell our story. We must recognize our story, America's glory, and honor the freedom that Juneteenth represents. So many people have worked hard to make these city events possible. And I'd like to now welcome our director of the Office of Equity, Joy McAtee, who's been leading these efforts, working hand in hand with the commission. And she's going to provide us with a little bit more about Juneteenth's rich history, as well as some of these important events that we hope everyone throughout the city can participate in. Joy?
Good morning, everyone. Today is an exciting day for sure for Louisville as we announce our plans for our 4th annual 2024 Juneteenth Jubilee celebration. And of course, as the mayor mentioned, our theme is Our Story, America's Glory. For us, Juneteenth represents how freedom and justice has always been delayed for Black people. And this time last year, I kicked off my first celebration. So I'm very excited to see this celebration and acknowledgement of this important day continue to grow, even as we see many states across the U.S. push to erase Black history, which is American history, from our schools' curriculum and libraries. So we want to continue to focus our efforts on educating and to debunk the lies and misinformation around false narratives like CRT that says it teaches our children racial discrimination, or says that CRT is making our children feel guilty and sad. So again, we want to continue to encourage the diversity of voices. And I would like to now pass it over to the chair of our commission, Commissioner Wanda Mitchell-Smith, who will share a bit about the brief history of Juneteenth. Thank you.
Thank you, Joy. Good afternoon. I do this on behalf of one Miss Opal Lee. Miss Opal Lee who is an iconic woman, and she played a critical role in the development and the movement of Juneteenth. So the question is asked, what is Juneteenth? I'm so glad you asked. It is a key historical event, finally receiving its federal recognition in recent years. June 19th, 1865, a day all people living in the United States, including the formerly enslaved, were officially granted freedom. On June 17th, 2021, President Joe Biden signed a bill into law, making the day known as Juneteenth a national holiday. At the White House signing for Juneteenth in 2021, President Biden said, "Great nations don't ignore their most painful moments. They don't ignore those moments of the past. They embrace them. Great nations don't walk away. We come to terms with the mistakes made, and in remembering those moments, we began to heal and grow stronger." On February 24th of 2022, Mayor Greg Fisher signed an ordinance codifying his previous executive order in 2020, making Juneteenth an official paid holiday in the city of Louisville and establishing, and establishing the official Juneteenth Jubilee Commission. Today, this ordinance is very, very special to me that it represents an entire community and it represents the teaching of American history, Fisher said. It is so significant because today, Black history is under attack. So this is a reminder to us that Black history is American history. So we stand here today at a time when our history, which is American history, is being eroded. We stand here today at a time when our civil rights is being demolished. We stand here today at a time when there are disproportions with tax dollars. But please note that we will continue to battle injustices. We will continue to fight discriminations. We will continue to speak against biases because it's our story and America's glory. Back to you, Joy.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Wanda Mitchell-Smith. Now to highlight the thoughtfully organized, enriching, and memorable lineup of events our commissioners have put together. And again, we encourage everyone to participate and be a part of our Juneteenth celebration as your calendars allow. On June 8th, we kick off with the Journey Walking Tour with the Fraser History Museum and the Unknown Project. On June 10th through 14th, we are proud to present the Juneteenth LVA Camp that provides a nurturing and creative outlet for kids with our community partners, the Waterfront Development Corporation and the Traeger Family Jewish Community Center. On June 14th, we will host Agape Day with the Louisville National Pan-Hellenic Council and Dare to Care. And agape refers to the highest form of love and charity, and also, of course, with that exchange and giving of food, which has significant meaning in Black culture. On June 17th is Amplify Songs of Justice with our partner, the Kentucky Opera, and this will be an extraordinary experience that you won't want to miss, and we're very grateful for the support of Commissioner Barbara Jameson, who leads the Kentucky Opera. And then we will conclude our celebration on June 19th with the Association for Teaching Black History in Kentucky Juneteenth celebration at the beautiful Muhammad Ali Center. And so you can find more details about these events on our website by visiting louisvilleky.gov/government/Juneteenth. And again, thank you to everyone, and we look forward to seeing you at all our events.
Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you to Commissioner Wanda Mitchell-Smith. thanks to all the other commissioners that are here with us today and everyone that has helped make that impressive lineup of events a reality. I just want to reiterate Joy's last comment. Please visit our website, louisvilleky.gov/government/Juneteenth, or just search Juneteenth when you get to our website. Find one of those programs that might work for you or your family. To really, all of the Juneteenth events I have been to before I was mayor, as mayor, are always incredibly meaningful. I learn something, meet great people, and take time to reflect on our past and what it means for today and tomorrow, which I think is critically important. So just want to thank everybody for putting together this incredible lineup of events, and thanks to Joy and her whole team with everything they do year round with the Office of Equity. Very important work. And finally, I want to end, as we do each week, by recognizing one person in our city who's going above and beyond to help others. That's making Louisville, doing great work to make Louisville the wonderful city that it is. You've already heard from her today, and that is our commissioner, chair of the Juneteenth Commission, Wanda Mitchell-Smith. She, for years, come on, Wanda, come on up here. For years, as a part of the Louisville Metro government team, now in her next chapter in life, but is still part of our Juneteenth Jubilee Commission, Wanda has worked tirelessly to ensure that everyone recognizes Black history is American history. You heard Wanda eloquently speak to why that is so important, and others who might not be focused on that need to focus on that. She continues to work hard on this and so many other topics to make our city safer, stronger, more educated, more knowledgeable about the past, and more committed to the future. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present Commissioner Wanda Mitchell-Smith with the Distinguished Certificate Proclamation. Thank you so much, Wanda.
Thank you so much, Mayor. That's okay. Thank you.
And thank you all very much for being a part of this today. Thank you, guys. And with that, I'm happy to take questions about any of the topics we've discussed or other questions from the media. Yes. Sure. The question was about the 2 officer-involved shooting videos that we released on Friday. As we committed to during my administration, anytime that there is an officer-involved shooting, in our commitment to transparency and LMPD's commitment to transparency, we release the body cam footage from those officer-involved incidents within 10 business days. We had 2 events that took place in relative close proximity to each other, and so we released both of those events, the videos on Friday. Both of those were within the 10-day window. I think it's important that we get that information out there. Both are, and really, I let those videos speak for themselves and what the chief and her team talked about those last week. We will continue our commitment to transparency. We unfortunately right now have some folks that think it's a good idea to have guns, to use knives or other weapons when they're confronted by police. And we need everyone to put down their arms, whether you're talking to a police officer or anyone else. We have far too much violent crime in this community, far too many acts of gun violence, and I encourage everyone to resolve their disputes through many other methods. Which was the individual with the knife one? I think as LMPD talked about, LMPD was responding to a 911 call from an individual who had expressed very dangerous thoughts and plans, even made comments like, I think something to the effect of, don't send your nice cops. Our officers were trying to get the individual to drop his weapon, to de-escalate. They tried using non-lethal force first. None of that continued to work. This individual insisted on continuing to attack officers, originally with a knife and with a dog, and then ultimately with the knife. And then everyone saw in the video how that transpired. Anything else? Yeah, the counseling again. The chief followed the matrix for the infraction that we released last week. That the officer did not have his body-worn camera activated in a time when he should have. And the response to that is counseling about reminding the officer of the policies when they need to be used and having that conversation with the supervisor. That counseling has taken place. LMPD continues to make tremendous strides towards improvement, to be the most trusted, the most transparent, the best trained police department in our city. I think you see that in the speed at which we responded when there was an incident that the whole world was focused on. Within 1 week, we had the results of what had occurred and how the chief and LMPD had dealt with that. We're releasing footage of the incident. We're releasing footage within 10 days of our officer-involved shooting. We have new training programs for our police officer that have never existed before. We have more programs than ever that LMPD is working with the community. We are making significant strides forward. We will continue to make those significant strides forward. We continue to work every week with the Department of Justice towards the consent decree, but we are not waiting for that consent decree. We are taking action, and I think that our actions of the last few weeks show that we are taking steps in the right direction. Let me see if there's, I'll come back to you. Is there anyone else that has? Yeah. So Algonquin pool construction is well underway and continues. And we have a wonderful announcement tomorrow. I encourage everyone to join us at Camp Taylor Park tomorrow, where we have another wonderful announcement about that pool, and that the timeline will be unveiling drawings for that pool, as well as celebrating a groundbreaking tomorrow. Again, another great project like the one we're here celebrating today, made possible by federal American Rescue Plan dollars and other city support and great partnerships. So we can get that. If you don't already have the information about tomorrow's groundbreaking and public announcement on the second pool, we'll get that to you. Yeah, so we have splash pads around in our park system as well, and so I would encourage people to take use of that. And then, of course, we've got great partnerships with other organizations like the YMCA. Some of those certainly do charge, but they have programs available for kids that we encourage families to enjoy as well. We are committed to having more public pools open beginning next summer and beyond. Yeah.
We got some reporting that Scotty also leaving your team soon. Confirm that. Talk about plans for personnel change.
Both Scotty and I will have announcements about personnel matters at the right time. Scotty is an incredible person, an incredible member of our team. And we continue to work closely together, and we will have an announcement about any personnel matters, just as we always do. We will let you all know. I have nothing to report on that matter at this time. Thank you all very much. Have a great day. Do we need to go do the ribbon cutting or?